very good day to you. Today I want to speak to you about a subject that applies to all of us, but probably more so to young people, and that is peer pressure. Maybe moms and dads, the title for your one could be Keeping Up with the Joneses. Because your next door neighbor has bought a new tractor, now you need to buy a new tractor. Why? There's nothing wrong with the old tractor. No, well, we want to be the same as everybody else. That's a form of peer pressure. At school, because somebody does something out, ridiculous, you need to do it as well so that you can be part of the team. We've got to stop that nonsense because you're going to get yourself into big trouble. I've heard it said before, the girls in the class, they've all slept with boys. That's what they say, my girl. That's what they say. And they're saying that to keep in with the rest of them. And then meanwhile, they haven't. And you, because you genuinely believe that, go and sleep with a boy that you don't even know, and you end up being pregnant. And whose fault is that? Well, it's actually your fault, but it's the pressure that the rest of the class has put on you. We can't do that. You've got to start doing what God says. Now, I'm going to read a verse, one verse. It's a sad verse in the Bible. And what happened was King Herod respected John the Baptist. He respected him. He saw him as a man of God. But because he was put under pressure, he allowed John the Baptist to lose his life. Now let's just read this. It's Matthew chapter 14 and verse 9. And the king was sorry, nevertheless, because of the oaths and because of those who sat with him at the table. He commanded it to be given to her. And so he sent and had John beheaded in prison. He never wanted to do it, folks, but because of peer pressure and because he spouted his mouth off, he had to follow through. Don't do that. Don't do something that you'll regret for the rest of your life. And you're just doing it so that you can be found in favor with the rest of your peers. And you know something, at the end of the day, they could care less. Folks, I want to tell you, it's only Jesus who will stand with you at the end. So rather do what he says. If he says keep yourself pure until your marriage night, then do it. If he says do not partake of those drugs and that alcohol, don't do it. Yeah, but Uncle Angus, I'll be cast out from the rest of them. No, you won't actually. You'll be respected and they'll come to you when they really need something special. And you will meet the man, you will meet the girl of your dreams because you're a righteous man, a righteous woman that's upstanding. Gypsy Smith, that famous evangelist, said it takes a dead fish to flow with the stream. It takes a live one to swim against it. We need to be alive for the gospel. Just because everybody else is doing it, and I'm talking about Christians, and I'm talking about Christian circles, just because everybody else is doing it, that does not make it right. Go to the book, and whatever God has told you to do, do it. And I tell you what, your life will all of a sudden take on a real meaning. Your cutting edge will be sharpened. You'll be different from the crowd. And when you walk down the street, people will stand aside because they know this man knows where he's going. Don't allow yourself to be unevenly yoked. Don't get into business with a man who's not a believer. Why? Because the Bible tells you that. Yeah, but all my friends are doing it. Doesn't matter. It's what the word says. Speak the truth, speak it in love. Pay your income tax. Don't let people fool you and say, you don't have to give your income tax to a government you don't agree with. Do it because God said so. See, folks, you can fool everybody else, but you'll never fool God. And if you want to sleep well at night, you need to be obedient. Okay, John the Baptist lost his head. He was murdered by King Herod. I can guarantee King Herod never slept after that until the day that he died. Let's start to do things God's way and put peer pressure behind us. Until next time, remember, if God's for you, no man will stand against you. Goodbye.
We trust that you have been blessed by today's message. For more information, please visit angusbuchan.com.